everyone. Welcome to Precalculus. So we have a big class, which we have like 31 students here. So this is the blackboard, and in the blackboard you can see the course website. When you click the course website, you can see this is the Google site I make. And so we're gonna see you here with some handouts. So you're gonna see me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12:50 to 1:57. Right. The time is weird because this is a 4 credit hour class, so we need Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 1 hour and 7 minutes. And I'm Professor Suki. This is my office phone number and my email address is here. My office hours is on Monday, Wednesday from 3:15 to 4:45, and Friday from 3:15 to 4:15. Tuesday, Thursday from 11 to 12, and from 2 to 3. Or if you're not available during my office hours, just feel free to send me an email to make an appointment with me. Okay? My office is in Snyder 159. You know where Snyder is? Okay. This is Cunningham. Do you have classes in Snyder? Good. Hi, Precalculus, right? Yeah. Just come here. We have some handouts. I saw you. I remember you. Welcome. So we have some handouts over here. Okay, and textbook. So questions.
Sorry, what class is this?
Precalculus. If you're in mathematical problem solving, then that is 302. Yeah. You can leave the handout on your desk.
Sorry, 304 on my thing.
On your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the system hasn't updated yet.
You said what room?
302, next door. Yes, that room. You're welcome. Understand that this is the first day. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. And then, okay. So, textbook, you do not need to bring your textbook. We use the Mobius lessons and the homework on Mobius blackboard. So you don't need to bring your textbook. Hi, Precalculus. So we have some handouts here. So feel free to read. Okay. And then class. Oh, so let me introduce myself. So I'm Suki. I was originally from China, and then after high school, I immigrated to the U.S. The first city I went to is Chicago. So I went to a community college for 2 years, and then I transferred to UIC, University of Illinois at Chicago. And then my major was math, and then my grad school is in Wisconsin medicine. So I got my PhD in 2016, and then I came to Indiana Tech. So this is my first full-time job. This is my 7th year. Hi, Precalculus, right? So we have some handouts over here. Feel free to pick one copy. We met each other in college, and I think we have been together for 17 years. And I have 2 kids. My daughter Jay, she is 8 years old. My son Lucas is 4 years old. And if you go to the top of the website and you click pictures about me and my family, and this is Jay and Lucas. And yeah, I love taking pictures of them. And yeah. And then when you click pictures with students, you can see the picture of me and my students. I really love taking pictures. So to keep this beautiful memory, maybe at the end of the semester, let's take a class photo together. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. And then the good thing about websites is you don't have to register for a class to get to this website. Anyone can get to the website. So our class is 1090. Okay, so this is our course website. And there is also a link in Blackboard. This is the course website, and when you click the link, it will direct you to the course website. And then, yeah, I really enjoy teaching in a small classrooms where students and the professor can have strong interactions. For small classroom, I mean compared to like the big lecture, 100 or 200 students. We have a bigger class, 30, but it's still small compared to them, right? Okay, and this is the syllabus, my information, and you don't have to bring your textbook. And okay, so for homework, when you go to our Blackboard, do you see here the Mobius lessons? So when you click the Mobius lessons, it will direct you to the Mobius page. So this Mobius, we're gonna follow it. So chapter 1. So today we'll talk about functions and functions notation. So I hope like all of you, before you come to class, you can see our schedule, right? So before you come to class, please go to the Mobius lesson and review what we're gonna learn that day. Okay, so this is the first week, so I print out the handout to you, but for the remaining weeks, you're gonna print it out by yourselves. So all the lecture notes are on our website. Okay, so here are all the notes, and I also give you notes with answers. So I would say in class, the most important thing is to understand. Okay, don't worry about taking notes in class. If you're a slow writer, then you don't have to write everything in class. You can write it after class. So all the notes with answers are posted on the website. Okay, so make sure you understand the materials in class. And then after class, we watch the lecture video recording. So I'm recording in the TED Live. So if you want to see the recording, you can go to here, the TED Live, collaborate. And then you click menu, and then you will see the recording. Okay, it's not there yet because I'm still recording. Okay. Yes. So, right, for example, today we talk about functions and functions notation. Then when you click here, you can see all this Mobius lessons. And the good thing is it has some exercise. Welcome. So we have some handouts here. Please take a copy. Precalculus, right? Okay. Let's see. Oh, right. Yes. Yes. So these are the handouts. Right. You can take one copy of each. Maybe this one. All the notes are posted on the website, so feel free to print it out. Yes, and they have some exercise. This try me exercise, you can work on it, and you can see how do I do, or try another one. Okay, so the Mobius is very good because it has lots of exercise, and every time you try with another one, it will generate a different problem. I mean, similar problem, but of different numbers you can practice. Okay. And then in class, we'll work on this worksheet, but I can tell you, sometimes we might not able to cover all the problems on the worksheet. Okay, it's okay. Then the remaining problems, you can do it after class as exercise. Yes. And then, okay, homework. So when you click homework, then you will see we have 38 homework assignments. Well, you might say, oh, why? That's so many. Because we have 38 lessons. So each lesson has one homework problem, but it only has at most 10 questions. And some of them are easy questions, like just multiple choice. So hopefully it won't take you that much time to do your homework. Okay, so I would say after each day, after we finish that topic, we can come here and click this and then work on your homework. And you have unlimited attempts. So if you finish your homework and then you will see your grade right away, which problem you did wrong, which problem you did right, and then you can do it again, and then Mobius will remember your correct problems. So for the problems that you have mistake, you can do it again. So that means you hopefully, if you try so many times, you can get perfect scores on your homework. Okay? Yeah, so feel free to, if you have questions, feel free to come to see me. So that is the homework. But for the quiz, it's gonna be handwritten quiz. So I haven't posed the quiz yet. But do you have your, yes, so this is the schedule, right? So each day you know what lesson we're gonna learn. Today and on Wednesday, we'll talk about 1.1, right? So you can read through the Mobius lessons and then do your homework. And then our quiz, our first quiz is not this Friday, but next Friday on September 2nd. And it will cover session 1.1 to 1.3. Okay, so the quiz usually it will be 1 or 2 or 3 problems, and the quiz I will give you 30 minutes to work on the quiz. It's gonna be online. Okay, so but when you finish writing down your answer, you can take a picture. Okay, so take picture and then convert it into a PDF and then submit it in Blackboard. So here are some websites. So you can either use your cell phone app like PDF scanner or cam scanner that can convert picture to PDF. Or you can copy those pictures in Word or Google Documents and then save as a PDF. Okay, then when you use this, when you copy and paste, please make sure your picture is bigger enough to fit the page. Because I do receive some like homework or quiz from previous students. Their page is like this, but the picture is just that small and I cannot read it, all right? Yes. So make sure you're able to read your picture. Okay, and yes. Attendance policy. Attendance will be taken daily. And if you're more than 10 minutes late to class, or if you leave class unexpectedly early, you will be counted as absence for that class. The first week I take attendance, but I won't count. Okay? Could you sign your name here? So I just put that data in Starfish because they need the records. I will start to count the attendance from next Monday. Okay? And so don't try not to be late. How many of you have class from 12 to 12:50? Raise your hand. Is it the university experience class? Yes, no. Okay. Right, so I understand you might come in here late. Yeah, that's okay. That's why it's the 10 minutes. All right, and any student who misses more than 6 days of class, except for verified school-sponsored activities and illness without those notes, will automatically receive an F in this class. Because we don't count the first week, then 6 days of class is like 2 weeks. You know, we learn a lot. You can see from the schedule, every day we're learning a lesson, right? So if you miss 2 weeks of classes, that's quite a lot. It's so hard to catch up. And by the way, so I expect you to come here in person. So if you join online, then I will count you as absence. But if you're sick or you get COVID, and then you email me and then I allow you to join online, then that is excused absence. Is that clear, everybody? So if you want to join online, you have to have a reason and let me know. Okay. And then calculator policy, no graphing calculator. You can use a scientific calculator like these kinds. Okay. And then homework. So we have 38 lessons. So that's why 38 for assignments, 1 for each lesson. So each homework is worth 10 points. Maybe I can show you the first homework, what it looks like. So you go to the blackboard and click homework. And then you click homework 1.1, which is today's lesson. And then when you start, and then you see question menu, there are 10 questions. And some of them is like multiple choice questions. And some of them, this is a multiple choice question. And this is kind of easy. Is this a function? Yeah, then you just click yes. That's one problem. Okay, so when you finish, you can click submit assignments, and then you will see how many problems you get right, how many problems you get wrong. You can redo it, and then Blackboard will remember your correct answer. So you just need to redo the one that you get wrong. So hopefully you can get perfect scores on your homework. Okay, and we have 38 homework assignments. I expect maybe you will miss some due to like maybe sponsor events or anything. So the 6th lowest score will be dropped. Okay, 38 homework, the 6th lowest will be dropped. And you have unlimited attempts, so you can redo the homework questions to get a perfect score. So each time the system will generate a new but similar questions. The good thing about Mobius is the algorithm. So when you click the second attempt, the algorithm will pick a different number, but it's the similar problem. Right, and quizzes. So we have 8 quizzes scheduled through the semester, and the quizzes are like 30 minutes. So quiz can be launched anytime during the day from 12:01 to 11:29. You may ask, why 11:29? Because you need to save 30 minutes to do the quiz, right? If you open the quiz at 11:59, how can you submit it in 1 minute, right? Okay, so each quiz is worth 10 points. 2 lowest score will be dropped. So I picked the 6th highest score of your quiz. Is that okay, everybody? So the homework is like multiple choice or fill in the blank. So I don't quite see a process of solving the problem. I only see the final answer of your work. That's why the quiz, I want you to show all your work. I want to make sure you understand the whole process. Okay, so the quiz, you need to show all your work, and I will give partial credits. So the homework, because you only type in the final answer for your homework, so you don't get partial credits. But the quiz, you will get partial credits and see how many steps you get it right. Okay, no calculator will be allowed during the quizzes unless stated otherwise, and no open notes. Okay, when you take the quiz, I'm not next to you, so please be honest. No calculator, no notes. Okay, after you review your notes and close your, turn off your screen and then do your quiz. Okay, so after you're done, take pictures and then convert it into a PDF and then submit it in Blackboard. Is that okay, everybody? No makeup quizzes after the due date. So let's say our first quiz is on the September 2nd. You have 1 whole day to do the quiz, right? So I hope that won't be a problem. But sometimes it may happen that some students go to athletes events. How many of you are athletes? Quite a lot. So you might need to travel. But on that day, then you can tell me earlier. Then we can schedule the quiz to take it before that day. Okay? So no after, but you can take it before. So maybe you can come to my office to take the quiz, or you email me and then I email you the quiz. You have to email me back within 30 minutes. But let me know earlier before you leave. Is that clear, everybody? That's the quiz. Yeah, please notify me at least 2 days before the due date so we can make arrangements. Exams. So we have 3 midterm exams and 1 final exams. And I do not schedule makeup exams after the exam dates. but you can schedule it before the exam date. So when is our first exam? September 30, right, everybody? September 30 is the first exam. So if you have conflict on that day, let me know 1 week ahead so we can schedule a makeup exam. Okay, so this is the questions for you. I want to give you more time for the exam. So our regular class time is 1 hour and 7 minutes. I would like to give you more time for the exam. So I understand some of you are in the university experience class, which is in at 12:50, but you don't have university experience class on Friday, right? So that's why I try to make the exams on Fridays. Then we can start the exam 20 to 150, so you have 1.5 hours to do the exam. So this is optional. You don't have to come here early. But I just want to give you the opportunity, more time in case you need it. So, okay. Can you, how many of you cannot do it on the Friday? You cannot come here early at 12:20. Please raise your hand. So if you have a class on Friday and you cannot come here early, please raise your hand. Oh, okay. So if you still want to have like that 1.5 hours but you cannot come here on Friday early, you can email me. We can schedule at a different time. Yes. So only one person? Any others? No? Okay. So if you need to schedule, let me know. Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Oh, and you might say, okay, what happened? I have some accidents that I need to miss the exam. Well, I understand accidents may happen. Do you know, like 2 weeks ago, my car was hit. So my car was parking in the parking lot, and then I was hit by someone else. So right now, yeah, I'm not at fault because I was not in my car, so they just hit my car. So yeah, their insurance paid for my rental, so I'm driving my rental car. So I understand accidents might happen. So that's why if you have to miss an exam, you cannot make it up, but you can use your final exam score to replace the lowest midterm exam score. Okay, because this is different than, so we have 3 midterm exams and 1 final. This is different than dropping 1 out of the 4 because the final exam is cumulative. So this is like the second chance for you to show me you understand the materials. That's why you can use the final exam to replace the lowest midterm score. But the final exam cannot be replaced. Is that clear, everybody? So you have to come and take the final exam. It's very practice exam and exam corrections. You maybe let me click schedule here to show you. So this is the schedule. Yeah, everything I posted on the website. If you need to print it out, feel free. Okay. Do you see this is the homework 1.1 to 3.4 due? Okay, because every day we have homework. I don't want to make 38 homework due dates. So I only make 4 homework due date, which is so this is the Monday before the exam. Because the exam cover chapter 1 to 3.4. You develop homework before you. Does that make sense? So that's why you finish and your quiz based on your homework. So ready to take the quiz. And then you will grade your quiz on Tuesday and you will go over your okay. Then what from this day I hope you can do well on the exam dates. And also the practice exam is due. So the practice exam is on the website at the bottom. So this is a practice exam. You can use it as a study guide. So this is like your actual exam, but I don't guarantee they're very similar. Because I do receive some complaint from my peer students. They say, oh, your actual exam is much harder than your practice exam. This might happen. Okay, so don't expect they have the same difficulty. The actual exam might be harder than the practice exam. Okay, so this is just like a practice study guide, like what the questions look like. And I also want to show you how I give points. So the practice exam, you first print it out and then you pay. So I give you the solution. You click the solution and then use red pen to grade your work. Okay, see, each problem has some points. Okay, so use red pen to grade your work. So each set worth 2 points. If you have one mistake, then you subtract 1 point. Okay, so be the grader. Because sometimes if you are the grader, you can understand for this type of problem, what are the key points? Then you focus more. Okay, these are the key points. And make sure I have those key points, right? So you can understand how the grader feel. Okay. And then so you do the see this problem. I gave you the so it has 6 points. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get to this step, you get 6 points. If you have some mistake, then you subtract some points. Okay, so estimate your scores. So, and I want you, so after you finish grading, I want you to put your total score here. Because after you get your exam back, I want you to compare your practice exam score and your actual exam score. Do you get improved? If you improve, that's nice. It tells us that you are doing a correct way, right? But if some students get 100 points on the practice exam, but only get 50 on the actual exam, then we know something needs to change. Do not copy the practice exam solution, right? So yeah, then we can change something and try to like make a study plan. Yeah. So this is a practice exam. It is worth 10 points. Missing the estimated score will lose 1 point. Missing the corrections will lose 1 point. So if you see a mistake, pause it and write the correction next to it. Because you only know you're wrong. Oh, that's not enough. You also need to know what is the correct way to do it. Right? So that's very important to write a correction next to it. And then every exam, after the exam, I will give you back, and then I will post the solution. You're going to use red pen to make the correction next to it. Okay? And also fill out the exam wrapper. Exam wrapper is like a question. It asks you like, what did you learn from this exam? How did you study for the exams? And what will you do differently next time to improve? And how can I help you to master the subjects better? And then so each correction is worth 5 points. Each exam wrapper is worth 5 points. So these two together is 10 points. Extra credit. Do you remember how many classes you can miss? 6. So 6 is okay, but 7 is not okay. And here are the attendance bonus. If you miss no more than 2 classes or not late for more than 2 classes, you will receive 1% bonus. Taking notes bonus. In the last week of class, if you turn in your notes to show me you have been taking all the class notes, you also receive 1% bonus. So yeah, so these are the notes. So I hope like every week you can print out the notes and then we can go over together. You take notes and then at the end you can control and put them together and then show me at the last week of classes. Then you will receive 1%. And I should print out the notes. It has some questions, so you don't need to copy the questions again. It also has some graph. You don't need to copy the graph. You just need to take notes on the answer, the solution. Okay, it will save you more time and more efficiency in class. Okay, so and then when you prepare for the exam, you can just go through your notes. And do you know that every semester you get some printing money in your accounts? If you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, so please print out your notes. Okay, and this is the grading. Homework is 5%. Quizzes, 5%. Self-assessment, 5%. And then each term, 20%. Final is 20%. Final is everything. So usually our exam time, right, I give you 1.5 hours. Then your final exam is 2 hours. So you have more time. So more questions. And then again, for your midterm exam, you do not have to come here early. I just give you the chance to, in case you need more time, but you don't have to come here early. And then your lecture grade will be determined by the scale. So A minus, B plus, B minus, C plus, C. I don't give C minus, and then D and F. And then the rest are some comments and resources. Please check those out after class. Is that okay? Okay, so this is on our class website. So right here. Okay, and then this is an example of how to calculate your grade. All right, so suppose I earn perfect homework score. So I get 100% for homework average. Let's say I get 90% for my quiz average. I did all the practice exams. So there are 4 practice exams, but there are only 3 exam correction and wrap-up because you don't get your final exam back, right? So that's why only 3 exam correction and wrap-up. So 7 work to submit. So let's say you do all of them, then you get 100% for self-assessment. For exam, let's say I get 86, 78, 68, and 84. Then to calculate, we replace the lowest midterm score, which is the 68, by 84, right? And then your homework average, 5%. You know 5% is 0.05, right? So multiply that. But then this 68 replaced by 84, and your final score. So this is your total grade. 85.1 is a B. Yeah, 85.1, which is between 83 and 87. So this is a B. But if you got extra credits, that includes attendance bonus, 1%, and taking notes bonus, 1%. Sometimes I also give you bonus, like for example, joining the MAP club and attend MAP club events, get extra credits. So you will receive my email about that events approach. Okay, say if you add those 2%, ooh, that's 87.1, which is a B plus. So those extra credits can in fact help you to move up 1 grade. Isn't it nice? Okay. And then here, spreadsheet to calculate your grade. So this spreadsheet, you can put your score here, and then it will show you your grade. So I would say if you finish calculating your scores, please delete your scores because everybody can see these Excel sheets. So you don't want other people to see your scores. So after you finish calculating, please delete the information. Any questions? So far, so good? All right. Okay, and what's next? All right. So I give you this sheet. Please write down your information and your schedule. So yeah, if you're taking other classes, write a rectangle box. Write down what class you take, or if you have part-time job, write down your part-time job, or the athlete, you have some practice time, write it down. So then I can see your available hours, and if we want to meet, I can schedule appointments. And then these formula sheets, so I hope you can, I think this formula sheet is very useful Yes. So when you do your homework, you can look at the formula sheet. Then you need to like search your whole. Okay. Any questions before we start our lesson? Nope. Okay. All right. Okay, so today we talk about functions and functions notation. And by the way, if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand and let me know. Okay, and sometimes, yeah, because we're using this instead of writing the board. So if you haven't finished the notes, let me know. I can wait for you. Okay. All right. A relation. Okay, so a relation is a rule that assigns x values. X values are the inputs to y values are the outputs. So you can imagine relation is really like a machine. A relation is like a machine. We have some inputs and then we have some outputs. Okay, the inputs we call them x. Outputs we call them y. So that's why the set of inputs, okay, and this is an x, is called the domain of the relation. And the input x is called the domain of the relation. And then the set of outputs, and then y, they're called the range of the relation. So have you heard of domain and range before? Okay, good. And a function is a relation that assigns to each input value exactly one output value. So each input, you only get one output. So you won't have one input give you multiple output. No, this can't happen. Okay, one input and then you just get one output. So let's look at some examples. Example 1. Consider the relations given in the following table. Okay. For each of these relations, find the domain and range. Okay, let's look at part A. Well, what's the domain? How about you guys take turns and answer my questions, right? So yeah, I love to like ask my students to take turns and answer my questions. So when I point to you, you tell me your name and then you tell me. Hi, sir. What's your name?
Jaden.
Jaden. Okay, for A, what is the domain? So domain is like X. What are the X values?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so by the way, this is a set notation. Okay, you use the braces. You know, this is the parentheses, right? If you want to denote, okay, the number from 0 to 1, okay, and you don't want to count the endpoint 0 and 1, then you use parentheses. This is the interval notation. Have you seen this before? Interval notation. This represents your value is from 0 to 1, but not counting the endpoints. So this is parentheses. We use it as interval. Or sometimes if we have the x, y coordinates, let's say this point is 2, okay, and this 1. So this point, we use this notation. The x value is 2, the y value is 1. So this is a point. Okay, everybody? So we can also use parentheses to denote a point on the xy plane. Okay? By the way, if you use interval, your right number is always bigger or equals always bigger than the left number. Yes, everybody? But for points, doesn't matter. Yes. And brackets. When do we use brackets? Okay, we can use it in the interval, but now we include the endpoints. So now x is from 0 to 1, include a 0 and include a 1. That's why we use brackets. Brackets means we include the endpoints. Have you seen this before? And then for set, we use these braces. Okay? And then you put the elements right inside of a set. Okay? And if a set is empty, then you either put nothing there or you put a circle and then slash. This means empty sets. But I usually prefer this notation because what if you get something like this and then it's is this a 1 here or not? Okay, so usually people prefer this notation. Okay, so this is set. And x, 1, 2, 3, oh, even though you see 3, but you don't list it twice. You only list it once. Okay? Very good. That is the domain. And then, how about the range? Yeah.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
Yeah, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And that's it. Right, everybody? And then, okay. So we also ask this question. Is this a function? Yes or no? How many of you think this is a function? Raise your hand. How many of you think this is not a function? Raise your hand. Okay, let's see. 1 map to 1. 2 map to 3. But do you see the 3 is actually like mapping into 2 numbers? So, remember function, each input, you only map to 1 output. You cannot have 1 input map to 2 outputs. So that's why this is not a function. The problem is the 3 get mapped to 5 and 7. Okay, everybody? So this is not a function. So part A is not a function. Very good. Okay, continue. Part B. Hi, what's your name? Lauren. So what's the domain for B?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how about the range?
27, 24, 21, 18, 15.
Yes. Is this the function?
Yes.
Yes. Because each input is actually mapping to different outputs, right? Okay, yes, this is the function. C, hi. Juliana. What is the domain?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And how about the range?
4.
Oh, is this a function? Yes, yes. You can have many input mapped to the same outputs. But for each input, you're just mapping to one output. You're not mapping to 2 different outputs. So this is a function. Very good. Yes, everybody? Okay, so you can have like all this, input mapped to the same output. That's allowed. That's okay. All right. Part D. Let's see. David, what is the domain?
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8. And how about the range?
10, 20, 30, 40.
Yeah. Is this a function?
Yes.
5 to 10, 6, 20, 7, 20, 8. 8. So this caused the problem, right? So that's why D is not a function. So so this is how we show on the table, but you can also use a map to see it. So you can do 5, 6, 7, 8. The 5 map to 10, 6 map to 20, your 7 map to 30, but your 8 is mapping to 40 and 50. So this is like a map. you can see more clear that your 8 is mapping to 2 different outputs. So that's why this is not a function. Is that okay, everybody? Good. All right. Function notation. If x represents an input of a function f, then the corresponding output is written as f of x. So you put f parentheses x, okay, and read it as f of x. Be careful, this is not multiplication. So do not think of this as multiplication, okay? So we don't have f times x. No, this is not multiplication. It's f of x. Okay? So example 2. Find f of 2, f of 0, and f of negative 2. If f of x equals 3 minus x squared. Okay? So f is a function. It maps the x to y. So y is f of x. Okay. So what is f of 2? That means this is the formula of the function. So this means whenever you see x, replace x with 2. Right? What's your name?
Derek.
Derek, right? Or Eric?
Derek.
Derek. Okay. What's f of 2? Yeah. So what is f of 2? You replace x by 2. Yeah. Then f of 2 equals 3 minus
X.
X is 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, x. You erase the x and then put the 2 instead. Okay? 3 minus 2 squared. What's 2 squared?
The x over 2.
Oh, so after we replace the x with 2, then this is numbers. We work on the numbers. So now we have 3 minus, what is 2 squared? 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Yes. Good. So this is f of 2. Okay. How about f of 0? Next. Hi, what's your name? Oh, yeah. Hi, what's your name? Yeah. So we're taking turns to answer questions. So what's your name?
Kendall.
Kendall?
Kendall.
Kendall. Okay. What is f of 0? 3 minus 0.
Second row.
Yeah, which is
3.
yeah. F of 0 is 3. Right, everybody? So f of x means whenever you see x, replace x by that number. Do not multiply. See? We are not multiplying x with 2 of 0. No. Hey, good. And how about f of negative 2? Next, sir, what's your name?
Chase.
Jason?
Chase.
Oh, Chase. Chase. Okay, so what is f of negative 2?
3 minus negative 2 squared.
Yes, which is
3 minus 4.
good, which is
Negative 1.
oh. Okay, if you see square, you know this is going to be a parabola. Have you learned of parabola before? Okay, and so yeah, we'll talk about more properties of parabola in session 3.2. Right. Okay, but I can tell you now, this is a parabola, and because the coefficient, which is the number in front of it, is negative, this parabola is open down. And because of this 3 will give us the y-intercept. Okay, because f of 0 is 3. If you kind of draw this picture, f of 0 is 3. Okay, so it passed through this point, and then f of 2 is -1. Okay, and f of -2 is also -1. So our parabola looks like this. Can you imagine, everybody? And can you see that this graph is symmetric with respect to the y-axis? Yeah, because this is like the mirror, this side and this side like the mirror image. So yeah, so this is symmetric about the y-axis. And so we call this f is an even function. And if you haven't heard about this, it's okay. We'll learn this in details later. But I'm just look at this example and just put it out. For those of you who already know this. Okay? If you don't know, that is okay. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so this is how we evaluate a function. Replace x by whatever number we want to put in. What happens if we don't want to put in numbers? We want to put in letters, expressions. Well, let's look at example 3. F of -x. That means whenever you see x, you replace x by -x. Right? Okay, hi sir, what's your name?
Brad.
Brett? Okay, if we replace x by -x, what do we get here?
X with -x.
Yes. So we replace x by -x, what do we get?
-x plus 3.
And then see, we replace x by -x, but we still have the square, right? And then minus
4 minus 3x.
3 times. When you see x, you replace with -x. Yes. So it's really like you write it down, but then when you see x, okay, erase the x. Replace it with -x. That's why x, not x anymore, -x, and then square minus 3 times not x anymore, replace it with -x. Okay, but be careful because usually the common mistake is students forget to put the parentheses. So don't forget to put the parentheses. Okay? Yes. Because now with the parentheses, what's -x squared? What's -1 squared? 1, right? So, you can simplify as x squared. And then when you want to multiply them, negative multiply positive. Simplify. And then this is the answer. So far, so good, everybody? Okay. How about f of a squared? Okay, next. Hi, what's your name? T? Keith.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, what is f of a squared?
Must be a to the 4 minus 3a squared.
Yeah, a to the 4 minus 3a squared. Yes, can everybody see that? Because a square is a to the 4. Very good. Yeah, everybody? Awesome. How about f of x plus h? Hi, sir, what's your name?
Eddie.
Aiden?
Eddie.
Eddie. Okay. What is f of x plus h?
X plus h. Let's see. The power of 2. Plus
Yeah, minus 3 times.
x plus h.
Yeah, very good. And you can leave your answer like this. You do not need to simplify. You just leave it like this. Right? So far, so good, everybody? Okay, so that is what happens if we don't want to just plug in numbers. We want to plug in expressions of the variables. So this is what happens. Okay. Are you okay with the speed? Yeah, is it too fast or too slow or is okay? Is it okay? All right, example 4. Express the relation as a function p equals f of n. P equals f of n. So that means we want to solve. We want to solve for p, so we get p is an expression in terms of n. So solve for p. Okay, how do we solve for p? You see, oops, sorry, sometimes I touched the zooming by mistake. Okay, the p is right here. We want to solve for it. We want to get rid of the denominator, right? Exactly. So let's multiply by n minus 1 on both sides. Yeah. So then on the left, we have 2n plus 3p squared equals 5 times n minus 1. Is that okay, everybody? We want to get rid of the denominator, right? Because our p is right on top. We don't need the denominator. So both sides multiply by n minus 1. And then, 2n plus 3p squared. So we can distribute, right? So we have 5n and then minus 5. Right, everybody? Okay. We want to solve for p. What that means? I want to have p by itself on one side. I don't want the other stuff. So we want to subtract 2n. Yeah, very good. And I have 3p squared. What's on the right hand side now? 3n minus 5. Right, everybody? Okay. What's the next step?
Divide both sides by
Yeah, very good. Divide both sides by 3. And cancel. We get p squared equals 3n minus 5 over 3. Okay, what is p? How do you get rid of the square? Square roots. Oh, but when you take square roots, you need to have 2 roots, plus or minus. Right, everybody? So that's why we have plus or minus square roots of 3n minus 5 over 3. So far, so good, everybody? Okay, so actually, it gave us 2 functions. Okay, one function is the positive 3n minus 5 over 3. Okay, and then the other function, okay, let's call it g of n. You don't have to have it called f. It could be g or h, any letter. It equals negative square root of 3n minus 5 over 3. Is that okay, everybody? Okay, so we have 2 functions instead of just one function. Okay, other similar thing, you know circle, right? So x squared plus y squared equals 1. You know this is the unit circle. Yes, everybody? But is this a function? No. We have the vertical line test because it does not pass through the vertical line. Because this input, you have 2 outputs. So this is not a function. right? But when you try to solve for y, when you want to solve for y, you get, oh, y squared is 1 minus x squared. So y is the plus or minus square root of 1 minus x squared. This gives us two functions. So the whole circle is not a function, but we can decompose it into two functions. That is the top and the bottom. Okay? So that's why we have the positive and the negative. Each of them is a function. So that's why here we have the positive and the negative. Each of them is a function. Now, if you're just looking at the top piece, it's a function. It passes through the vertical line. Or if you only look at the bottom piece, it's a function. But all together, it's not a function. Is that okay, everybody? Good. All right. Example 5. Use the table. Evaluate the following. Let's see who's next. What's your name? Zach. What is G of Siri, we're not calling you. Okay. What is G of 3? 7. Yeah. Okay, next. What's your name?
Tristan.
Tristan. Solve G of n equals 6.
N included 2 and 4.
Yeah, very good. So this one, we're talking about the output is 6. And then what are the inputs? 2 or 4. Very good. So n is 2 or n equals 4. So far, so good? Yeah. We have a table. Is this a function? No. Yes. Yeah, we can have 2 input match the same output. That's okay. Yeah, this is good. Very good. All right. And then the graph of f of x is the set of all points a, comma, f of a, such that a is in the domain of f of x. So this is a graph. This is the point on the xy plane. Have you seen points on the xy plane before? The first coordinate is the x. The second coordinate is the y. 8. Okay, so example 6. Use the graph of f of x that is given below to answer the following questions. Okay, next. Who's next? Hi. Carla. What is f of negative 4?
6.
Good. Yeah, everybody, you see the 6 right here. Let me use orange color. Good. And then next. Hi. Blake? Yeah. Okay. What is f of minus 1? Yeah, very good. So x is minus 1, then our y is negative 3. Yes, everybody? Good. Next. Hi, what's your name? Kendra? What is f of 0? Yeah, when x is 0, the y is negative 2. Good. Good. Next. Hi, what's your name? Allison. What is f of 2? 6. Yeah, that's 6. Very good. F of 2 is 6. Okay. Oh, sorry. Next, what is f of 4? Zoe? F of 4 is 6. Yeah, it's also 6. Right. Oh, that's also the good thing when you have your notes. Do you have your notes? And then you can see the picture. Yeah, I know. We really have a big classroom. I wonder, can you see what I write on the board here? Oh, okay. Do you know they have the fancy camera here? That when I move, let me see. So this is This is this, right? Okay. Let me show my camera. There we go. Okay. So, okay. So this is a fancy camera. If I move, hopefully it will. Yeah, it can follow me. And we also have the front camera as well.
How fast is it going?
How fast? No. I don't think you can see the board very well. See if I write something here, it's hard to see. Yeah. Okay, so, alright. And, okay. Let's continue. Oh, next, what is f of 7? Yeah? And Drake? That's 3. F of 9? Yes, 1. Very good. Because the solid down here, this is the open circle. That means this point is right here. Okay. Let's continue on Wednesday. Have a nice day. Sorry, you got 2 minutes. Yep. Bye.
I know. That's why I need to give you this. Well, not like I don't have to
You still for your class? Or you stop this class? Will you go to campus? Oh, so are you what? So are you transferring some math class credits here? That's your in France? And you already take calculus? Oh, I see. Okay, so you would change your schedule. You might not see me next class. I see. But thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Good. Hi. Hi. Yeah, sure. You can turn it in on Wednesday. Oh, we already done? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Each time you miss a class, email me and CC the call. I just know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Email me CC the call. Thank you. Hi.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not pressing.